Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Today I'm going to show you how we can monitor our infrastructure, whether cloud or local environment, through the latest Zabbix 5 version, and we are going to use the latest version of Grafana as well, and we are going to install the agents. So this is also a production ready videos. I request you guys to please watch this video till end, so you will be able to easily understand how to monitor. And also we are going to set up all stuff in Docker container, which is the modern day requirement. And um, it is the latest way to do deployment, which is quick and automated. So, what we are going to do, excuse me, I have already uploaded a code, and in this particular code, you have the bash scripts as well. So, for the deployment, if you don't want to use the Terraform code, the bash scripts are already there. You can use those bash scripts. So, let me tell you that where you can find those bash scripts. So, navigate to the EC2 and user data, and in user data you will see the Grafana user data dot shell. So this is the bash script with regard to the Grafana deployment, and this is the bash script with regard to the Zabbix deployment. So this is just for if you don't wanna use the Terraform, but through Terraform I'm going to set up my environment in few minutes. So give you a quick demo, and also you can also use this. The code is already available for you guys as usual. So what I'm going to do is to navigate to my Zabbix directory, and let me show you. Um, just a minute. CD desktop, Zabbix. And this is the one I was talking about. Let me zoom in a bit so you guys able to understand and see as well. So this is the directory which we will be using, and this is the same as I've already provided and shown you, that if you navigate to Terraform and download this Terraform zip, or use the git clone command to download, and this is the directory I was talking about. Everything is there for you guys. So what I'm going to do is to first navigate into the AWS container, navigate to environment, dev, and I'm going to set up everything. So I was done my testing and everything is, I do provide you guys after testing the code. So I'm going to remove everything which was there. So I'm going to first init, and it will download the relevant modules in the directory. So now what I'm going to do is to apply the Terraform commands. You also can do that. Terraform apply dash dash auto dash approve. So I'm going to also show you the code as well. So this will uh, deploy the environment. Okay, I have to provide the AWS credential as well. You have to provide the same as well. Let me provide these, and I will be back in a moment. So guys, I have provided my credentials, and I will try this command now at Terraform auto approve. So if the credentials are correct, it is going to deploy the infrastructure in our US East 1 region. So three EC2 instance I'm going to deploy. Okay, there is something went wrong with the credential. Let me provide this as well. So guys, I have provided my credentials. Let me try the command again. By mistake, I have uh, provided the wrong um, region. So you see, credentials are successful now. Terraform is able to make API calls to the AWS environment. So let me show you the code as well while it is deploying. So I'm going to deploy a 3 EC2 instance. You can use two as well. I mean, you can use the Zabbix and Grafana on the same EC2 instance, but for the sake of this demo, I'm also using. I'm also going to launch the Windows EC2 instance. So and show you guys how to install the Zabbix agent on that particular EC2 instance. And let me show you it is deploying, and let me navigate to the AWS environment. So if you click uh, if you open the EC2 stuff, so let me close it, extra tabs. So if you navigate to the EC2 instance, you will see three instances are started deploying. What it does, it actually also deploying the VPC in our environment. So everything is going to be deployed in the public subnets for the sake of this demo. What I'm going to do is to simply also attach one security group of monitoring with it as well. So, and then I'm going to edit the monitoring. So I will show you the reason for that as well. So you can do the same just to show you guys. So two security groups are attached with these EC2 instances. So if I navigate to an instance and simply right click and open the monitoring security group in the next tab, and I'm going to edit it. So for Grafana, and I'm going to also secure my EC2 instance as well. So everything is going to be from my IP in the port 80 as well. So I'm going to use the port 3000 for Grafana, and also I'm going to use my IP. And okay, so also I need RDP, and I am for the RDP also I will use my IP and save it. So what also I'm going to do that, I'm also going to copy this security group ID, and I'm going to allow all this traffic from this security group. So it is pretty much secure, but you can definitely for your production or web environment, you can narrow it down. So it is just a demo, but still I'm try to get as much security as possible as I can. I'm applying it. So the key I'm going to provide you guys. Let me simply close this. There is no need for it. Deployment is done. So what I'm going to do, I'm also provide you the key monitoring. Key pair is also there on the GitHub. So what you guys can do, simply use this. And I'm going to first RDP, and what we are going to do is to install the agent on the Windows machine. So guys, what I'm going to do is to first copy the public IP of this machine and put it here. And I am going to provide the administrator credential to this RDP, and for that Windows you simply click connect, get password, choose file, and navigate to desktop. Monitoring is the one you have to provide, and simply copy this and paste it here, Control V. So this is how we are going to do RDP in our machine. And one thing, as far as the Zabbix agent is concerned, what I'm going to do, I'm going to install the agent into these machine. So these are the two directories for Windows. I'm going to navigate, and you can simply copy this Zabbix. So it.msi file is also provided in the GitHub repository. So you guys don't have to do anything. I'm going to simply paste the MSI file here. right click and paste it. And I'm going to install the Zabbix agent. Let me navigate to the uh, directories. Okay, so for Grafana, the latest version of Grafana, I guess it is not going to be beta, but the version of Zabbix is going to be the latest LTS 5 version. And let me paste here, and I will show you. You will see the latest Zabbix version here. So this is the very cool looking Zabbix 5 LTS version they are providing us for completely open source, and this is the 6.7 but the stable release of Grafana. I can also use the um, 7 point latest version, which I will show you as well. But for now, I'm going to show you the that everything is set up for you guys. So simply skip this, and if you navigate to the plugin section, Zabbix plugin is already there, is installed. You have to simply enable it. Enable the plugin, and then you have to add the data sources. In data sources, click the data sources, add data source, and data source is going to be Zabbix. And let me navigate to this uh, Terraform repository, and I will show you that the Grafana link, um, and I will provide this link. Let me copy this for which is the API JSON RPC. Simply copy it, and I'm going to paste it here. So the password is admin, and sorry, the username is admin, and the password is Zabbix. So I have to update this IP because if you see, this is the private IP of Zabbix, and if you scroll down, you will see this IP is definitely going to be changed. So 141 I have to provide here. So instead of 20, I'm going to update it to 141. So this is the default password. So simply save and test. If things are okay, you see Zabbix 5 APA version is the one, and I'm going to also change this to 4x. So save it, and again. This is the one which I was talking about, and currently, if you navigate to the host section, so there is no Zabbix agent installed in this particular machine. So what I'm going to do is to show you first the Windows one. I'm going to install this as I've copied it, and I'm going to click next, agree. The Zabbix 5 MSI is not yet available, but once that available, you can use that. Definitely, it is a more improved version. So I'm going to provide the private IP of the Zabbix, which is this one. Simply copy this and paste it here. Control V and Control V. Remote commands you can execute, leave it. This is for the certificates and agent location. Add agent to the path. So I'm going to click this, select next, and install. So every thing as far as the Windows firewall, everything is going to set up. So finish it. That's it for the Windows agent installation. I'm going to close it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to SSH now. Everything as I told you, the Zabbix container is currently in the Docker, and let me show you this part as well. You see, This Zabbix is a Docker one. So this is my current time. It is matching. So what I'm going to do is to open a shell, and do I will take a SSH session into that particular machine. So let me navigate into this particular machine, EC2-user, and I'm going to simply um, copy the IP address of this machine, the public IP address. So yes, what I want to show you guys that how you can install and configure the Zabbix agent with the Docker container. So first command is going to be docker ps-a. Four containers you will see running, and I'm going to copy the second ID of this, which is the Zabbix uh, server MySQL latest. So I'm going to inspect, and you will see IP address of this container. So you have to do the same stuff. Let me, okay, I've copied the wrong stuff. Um, do docker ps-a, and instead of name, simply copy the container ID and docker inspect and paste the container ID. So you will see IP address. This is the 172.18.04 I was talking about. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to install an agent. So for the agent installation, everything I have provided you. So I'm using the Amazon Linux machine for this deployment of Zabbix. I'm going to navigate to Linux section, open this. Everything is provided you guys. So this is the Amazon Linux and CentOS 7. Simply copy this RPM and paste it here. So, and the other few commands I'm going to do is to simply copy these and try to copy all stuff, and let's see agent is started or not. So enable the agent as well. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to navigate to a directory, which is this one. Simply copy this. I'm going to edit it. So as I told you, the IP address, if I do docker inspect, let me show you that again. And this is the IP, and if you do docker inspect and container ID 1704. So I'm going to vim edit the file which I've copied in the etc zabbix agent uh, agent d.conf, and simply copy the ID, copy the IP address, and only two things you have to modify. And let me show you the server IP address is going to be the container IP address in which the Zabbix is running. Okay, and I'm going to do the server active. I'm going to copy paste this IP as well. So save system ctl restart Zabbix agent. You can also copy the command from the other end. If I check the status, is it just make sure it is running. So then I'm going to show you the um, Zabbix UI. So in UI, simply copy the private IP address of this Zabbix. I'm going to copy this private IP address, navigate to Zabbix, navigate to Zabbix source, and let me show you again where to navigate. So this is the main stuff. So I'm going to right click, copy the host section. So if you scroll your cursor to this, and you will see, I mean, click on it, and you will see these stuff. So click on the configuration. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to simply paste the private IP address of this Zabbix, and also I will use more groups. So as far as the host groups are concerned, I will open in the next tab, and these are the default groups. So what I'm going to do, first, let's say I'm going to use, you can type tmp template, and you see everything will be delivered. So I'm going to use the template modules, and if I type Linux, and I'm going to use the Linux servers. So you see Linux server, this is the whole host group templates module I am using. So you can use as per requirement of your monitoring. So let's start with the, let's say, Zabbix module, and um, go for the, okay, template applications. Okay. So yeah, that would be fine. So you see in by default template app Zabbix server, and template OS Linux by Zabbix agent is there. So I'm going to click update. So currently the status is red. You see it is pointing toward the local host, but you have to wait for a while, like 2 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Then it is going to point to this, and everything is working fine. It is going to turn into green. So till then, what I'm going to do, instead of wasting time, I'm going to also create one more host, and I'm going to call this Windows, and I'm also put the name Windows here. Host group is going to be, let's say, you can see do Control F Windows, and you can use these host group template modules and template operating system um, for the Windows. So if I do type template, it will pop up everything. So Windows is in the template modules. Okay, template modules, uh, and template operating systems, template operating system. Okay, so navigate to template. There is no template. I have to select the template as well. Click on the select, and I'm going to first select the template modules and press Control F, and I'm going to say Windows. So for Windows, I'm going to use the templates. Sorry, Windows. Okay, scroll down. This is the one. Template CPU by Zabbix agent. Uh, template file system by Zabbix agent. Template module Windows generic by Zabbix agent to template module memory, and uh, template module network by Zabbix agent, physical disks by Zabbix agent, and uh, template module Windows services by Zabbix agent. So I'm going to select these. So you can also play with this, as there are a lot of stuff. So you see, as far as the Zabbix server is concerned, it is turned green. So every matrix is going to be available for us. So I have not updated the IP address of the Windows machine. So if I navigate to my instance, and I'm going to put the private IP of this machine here. Okay, and if I navigate to templates inventory, you can also set it to automatic, and also in the Zabbix server, which is actually is is also a Linux machine. So everything if working for the Windows, it will also turn into green, so it will take a time. And okay, so this part is pretty much completed as far as the basic stuff. As if you haven't watched my video with regard to the Zabbix SMTP service, in which I use the AWS simple email service as a relay for the Zabbix server. For that, from that we can use that relay to send alerts to our email address. So please watch that. If you haven't watched that, you can navigate to my channel. So I'm going to refresh and let's see whether things are working. So there is an error as far as the um, Windows is concerned, you see, but it is pointing towards the old IP address. So I've updated the IP, and let's see if things goes well. So it will be updated. So till then, what I'm going to do is to show you this part as well. So for the very quick demo of uh, using the Grafana, I want to show you guys that you can create your dashboard is pretty much simple with if you are using my settings, because I'm using the Grafana, and it's pretty much automated scripts are available. So I'm going to um, create one dashboard. I need to show you that choose visualization. So let's say I'm going to select uh, stat first. Okay, there is no data. So what I'm going to do is to simply edit it, and let me tell you that I'm not very good at Grafana, and so I'm going to edit this. But um, by using Zabbix, I'm able to do a lot more easier stuff. So simply select the Zabbix and the group. Click on the group. You see servers are coming. So I'm going to select the Zabbix servers. In the host, I'm going to do Zabbix servers. So I wanna say, let's say I wanna see the click on it. You everything is going to be which is going to be um, uh, the metrics which are going to be triggered by Zabbix is going to be available here. You see, it is how easy it is. So I'm going to say what is the, let's say, CPU. You can type as well CPU, and you see you will be closer. And I'm going to see, I want to see the CPU utilization. Okay, you see, I got the number here from the Zabbix server which I've set up for you guys. So let me also show you how to you can update this and navigate to setting, navigate to this part. So if you also you can if you just scroll it down. Okay, so here you can scroll down. Um, you can use the unit as well, but I will show you all, where the unit you can use. So let me show you. If you type the percent, uh, okay, percent, you see 4.1% is consumed, and click on it. Page title is going to be, let's say, CPU utilization of my Linux machine. And definitely you can play with this a lot more. I mean, but it is how easy it is. So I'm going to call this Infra Gurus dashboard. So give it a genuine name. So also you can create different folders, but I'm going to use the channel folder for this. demo, copy tags if you want. So new dashboard is the one. You see, I've got my number for the CPU utilization of the group Zabbix servers. So let me show you where it is coming from. So if you navigate to the host group, and you will see there is a Zabbix server group as well. You see this one. So in this, we have a Zabbix server. So there, from where I'm pulling the data for my Zabbix. So as this is the demo, so uh, I have to show you this. I mean, let me just make it smaller, and from here you can add one more dashboard. Choose the visualization. Let me call this gauge, and I'm going to um, use this one, and uh, scroll back and simply select the Zabbix and the metrics. Uh, you see every stuff is available here. So I'm going to select the Zabbix server from here, and what I'm gonna do, um, I'm gonna go for the, you can type the memory as well. So let's say I want to see the memory, the total memory is this one. So this is a random number. So what I'm going to do is to scroll up, I mean click here and put the unit here, and I'm going to, let's say, type bits, and you see this give us a proper memory which is on that particular machine. So I'm going to give this a bit better name. The title is going to be the total memory. Okay. So this is the total memory on that particular Zabbix server machine. So you can play with this, and I have to show you different latex Grafana as well. So I'm already showing you the latest LTS version of Zabbix, how we can configure in Docker and deploy in few minutes. So I'm going to save it on the dashboard. If I navigate to the InfraGuru's dashboard, so you see the total memory on our machine is this. You can do, I mean, you can also uh, change the size of this as well. So this is the total memory we have on our Zabbix EC2 instance. So this is the Zabbix EC2 instance, okay, and we are using everything from Grafana. So there are a lot of metrics Zabbix is pulling. So how powerful Zabbix it is. So I recommend you, lots of people definitely use Prometheus and Grafana. But to be really honest, if you try Zabbix and Grafana combination, according to me, maybe I'm not right, but this is my understanding. It is quite easy. It is very powerful because Zabbix is a very powerful tool for monitoring your applications as well. As far as the Zabbix understanding, I've also put some notes here. So I don't want to read like traditionally people put the notes and read in front of you. So notes are available with regard to the Zabbix in my repository. You can simply read 10 to 20 lines. So I put there. So instead of wasting my time on that particular stuff, I'm showing you the production ready stuff quickly as much as I can, because the length of the video as goes it longer, so people don't want to see that much length. But it is very powerful video I'm making for you guys. So this is the total memory added, and same way I'm going to use also different metrics. Let's say let me click it. Even I don't know what I'm going to uh, watch. I will use the gauge stat as well. So let me go for the graphs as well, and let me navigate to the graphs. Select the Zabbix. Choose matrix group. Let me just choose the Zabbix servers, and item is going to be just simply pop up. Simply click here, and I'm going to. There are a lot of metrics. I mean, you can manage. So you can see the total swap space, and let me also show you the. Okay, type the bit. Okay, uh, incoming. Sorry, network. I guess. As I told you guys, I'm not. I was also playing with this, but the actual thing is to provide you the latest code and how you can and do different stuff and navigation. So simply, I'm going to say number of processes. So number of processes are that much on that particular machine. So let's say if I go to CPU nice time, um, and everything is you see started coming as a matrix CPU guest time, and I wanna show you different metrics as well. Okay, free swap space. So it is going to show you the swap space if it is there. By default, I guess Amazon Linux is not using any swap. So okay, let me go for the CPU utilization and CPU utilization. Okay, oh that actually I've already shown you. But you see, but in graph format, it is going to look like this. So this is how much your CPU is going to be utilized. So let me go for the other um, number of running processes. You see, it is start showing here. So this is how you can use this tool, and if you go for this, I mean there is lot of list you will see. So disk utilization, you see this is the disk utilization graph. So this is how you can change the number. And also one other trick I'm going to show you, that let's say I don't have coming a lot of stuff in my mind. This is your custom one which we are going to monitor. So this is as far as the custom dashboard, and if you click this path and click the dashboard and simply save it, make sure you save the stuff as well. So what I'm going to show you, that you can also import the built-in one. So 5363 is the one which I'm going to import. So click this one, Zabbix server full status. It is done by the some guy which done a lot of work for that. So you see uh, uh, the total memory is this one, and CPU utilization is this one. So you can also edit this and do play with it, and you see it is showing us the total memory, total CPU problems are nothing. So and the free disk space, and with as far as the Windows is concerned, you can also use your own custom one. Let me click on this. But you have to do some working as far as the creation of dashboards, and um, first of all go to the second settings, make it editable, and save as I'm going to call this infogurus, infogurus dash Zabbix full server status. So you can also now are able to edit the stuff, uh, like the memory utilization and other stuff as well. So but definitely uh, some settings needs to be done, so it might not be everything, like you have to work on it, like editing stuff as well, as I'd shown you guys. If I navigate to this part, okay, um, I'm going to also use the units as it the percent is selected, so simply type bit here, and also you can use the gigabits as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the graph as well. I'm gonna use I don't want to use this. I want to use the, let's say, single stat. That's look pretty good. Okay, so memory utilization is this one, and okay, simply save it, navigate to this one, infogurus, Zabbix. I guess this is the one. So this is the memory utilization. Total memory is this one. Offline, you can also do edit and make changes accordingly. So we'll remove this part and remove this. Uh, Type the Zabbix agent ping, and you see I'm available online. Simply click it, save. So navigate to the Zabbix full server status. You see I'm available. So you can do a lot of stuff by simply showing, as I shown you from the other people work as well, which they have done really good work as well. So as the matrix will show in front of you, but it is not showing. You have to, um, do little working as well. So I will try this, and you see it is coming now, and that's what is required. Simply save it, and you see I'm able to see the memory, sorry, CPU utilization as well. So instead of doing every hard work and do typical stuff from my side, so it is pretty much automatic, automatically built or pre-built by this guy on Zabbix. So I imported that dashboard, but I have to do some um, changes as well. I can manipulate that one, and let me also bring this stuff here. So I'm also shown you the custom stuff, which definitely other people not really shown you. So also you can see the performance metrics as well. So simply save it. So how cool it is really, and how easy it is for you guys to see. I mean, as far as the Windows, to be really honest, I have not worked on it, although I have shown you the Zabbix status of host of Windows are absolutely coming fine. You see Windows and Zabbix server, which is the Linux base. Everything is in Docker. So our hosts are not actually in Docker containers. They are the actual EC2 hosts. One is Linux and the other one is Windows. So everything is working perfectly fine. And let me show you the. You can see different stuff with regard to the CPU, nice time, CPU utilization, nice time, steal time, CPU system time, every percent is coming. So you can also edit the other stuff as I shown you and play with it. As I told you that I'm not actually the complete master of Grafana, but I highly recommend you to use this combination and play with it, and you will be able to see a lot more stuff. Let me try to edit this one, and I'm going to simply remove this, okay, and save it. If I navigate to my system, if I go to Zabbix, you see 39 minutes has been since the deployment of the EC2 instance, and so this is the cool stats and cool looking dashboards as far as the Linux is concerned. As I told you, for Windows, you have to work and you can create those. The video length is going to be definitely too much lengthy, but this is how easy I make it for you guys to able to understand and how you can play with this, and everything I've showed you also. What I am looking to show you that the latest version of Grafana, the beauty of Docker is that I'm going to use the same script and I'm going to use the different port, and the version of that Grafana will be available. And okay, so what I'm gonna do is to navigate to the modules section. So navigate to modules and navigate to EC2, and there is a user data and there are two directories, Grafana and Zabbix. I'm going to copy the Zabbix one, but instead of doing that, you can simply use this pad. So definitely I need to change the port. I'm going to use different ports. So stuff is already deployed on the port. So I'm going to, let's say, use the port 4000, and I'm going to show you the latest Grafana version as well. So simply click Docker Hub, um, Grafana, and navigate to the Grafana Docker Hub, and if you go to the tags section, and the latest 7 point version is in the beta, or let's say, let me show you that as well. So okay, you see this is the 7 dot version in the beta, and I'm going to, let's say, use the Ubuntu, and let me simply put it here. It also going to type the Docker pull, which we don't need, so simply remove this Docker pull. We need the image tag, so it is going to pull this one. So what I'm going to do, for the sake of this demo, I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to copy these three commands. I'm not going to use the persistent volumes, okay. And although I'm in the um, Zabbix machine, I have not done the SSH in that Grafana machine, but I'm going to use this here. So you can also copy and paste. I guess session is stuck. Okay, then I have to take another session. So let me take another session. So let me zoom in a bit. I'm going to navigate to the desktop, and I'm going to do SSH-I, and I'm going to use the monitoring, and use the EC2 dash user. Let me also show you how you can use the same, like I was told you in the start of the video, that this is a Zabbix, and this is the beauty of Docker. I'm going to use the same Zabbix machine, and I'm going to deploy the Grafana on the same particular machine. So you see four containers are already there. Let me show you. So what I'm going to do is to simply copy these commands and install the Zabbix agent as well. So first of all, it is definitely going to pull the Grafana 7.0 beta version, and then it is going to do docker exec and install that particular plugin. I'm going to restart the Grafana, and I will try to um, use the Grafana. And what I need to do now, I am going to open my security group of monitoring. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to edit the inbound rules in the Grafana, and I'm going to allow the 4000 TCP port. Okay, so okay, it is from my IP. That's fine, no problem. And I'm going to copy the Zabbix public IP address, and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to use for 4000. So you will see the latest Grafana is started, and it is the 7 version of Grafana, as I shown you the latest version of Zabbix, which is the 5 beta. So how cool it is, Zabbix, and the default password is admin. Default password is admin. I'm going to log in say never, and I'm going to skip this. So so you see, this is the cool version of Grafana. Latest is in beta. I'm going to navigate to plugins. So Zabbix is there. I'm going to select Zabbix now. In this version, it will say unsigned because it is not by it. It is third party plugin which I'm going to use. So if I navigate to and data sources, I'm going to add data source in the same way. I'm going to select the Zabbix again, and same settings you have to provide here, and the HTTP URL. Okay, and the HTTP URL is going to be the one which I've already shown you. This one I'm going to copy and paste it here. So then I'm going to edit this in the last part of the IP address, which is the uh, Zabbix 141. So these are the host part of the, this is the host part of the IP 141. Okay, oops. So you see settings are pretty much the same, but new cool look and more features are definitely there. Admin is the username, and ZABBIX is the password. I'm going to select 4x, and let's try to save, and see Zabbix API started working. So similar way, I'm going to add, let's import a dashboard. So for the quick demo, I'm going to use the 5363, click load. Okay, navigate to Zabbix, click this part, click Zabbix, import, and this is the same cool dashboard which is pre-built, and it is coming in the latest Grafana version, although it is beta, but it is easy. So the same stuff you can do here. So okay, try to first navigate to the settings, make it editable, okay, and save as is. I'm going to call this Infra Gurus Zabbix, and this is the status. Okay, save as. Okay, sorry, I guess not collected. I should be, or it might be saved. I don't know. Okay, it is saved now. So this is the infraguru Zabbix full server status. Let me navigate to the memory section, and you see settings are now different in the latest Grafana um, release. So definitely you can manipulate and change the settings. So you have to edit and look for the different, stats. If they are not coming, you have to look for why they are not coming, or and you have to make changes accordingly. So, although it is in the beta version, definitely I don't recommend to use this one. But just as I told in the start of the video, that I'm going to use it. Stat might be, different stuff you can use. Like, let's say I'm going to say Zabbix server, and or let me Control Z. So let me show you that again. Let me first read, and everything is not going to be saved. So that part also I need to show you that if you don't save it, so everything will be remain as to their state what it was there in the start of video. So let's say used, let's type the memory utilization. So you see, this is how you can update this, and simply save it. So the settings for saving, once it is saved, and you can apply it, and you see it is applied. So memory utilization is coming. So this is how you can update. And as far as the Windows, I told you, you can use the Windows stats. Are everything with regard to the stats are coming to Grafana from the Zabbix powerful server. So if you navigate to the report section, navigate to the system information, you will see the stats, and there are a lot of audit reports, availability reports. You can see the triggers. You see, as far as the Windows, it is also doing stuff. So let me also show you the last part, then I'm going to finish this particular video. And if you see, these are the application which are going to be used in Windows 1. Sorry, 89 items are going to be used. 60 triggers are going to be 69. Graphs are going to be this. So if you click on each particular application, it will show you what it does. So item triggers and the graphs relevant to that, what it is doing, how it is calculating the CPU, what you see, like SSM agent is not running on the Windows, or you see, yeah, in the Windows. So it is also mentioning this. So these are the open source tools. You can combine those and use the powerful feature of these. As I told you, there are a lot of stuff I can show you as far as the reporting and administration is concerned. So you can how check and also run particular command on that particular machine as well, if you allow it. So, but as I told you, the video length is going to be lot more bigger. So let me also just show you one more part before I left. So this is the cider range I'm going to use. So I'm going to say this is the local network of my VPC, and this is the check Zabbix agent, and I'm also going to telnet and the port for the checking, and I'm going to use this Zabbix agent telnet port and enable it. So it will for the automatic network discovery with the Zabbix agent installed. So it is enabled, and I'm going to change the time interval from 1 hour to 1 which is 1 minute. So update it. So guys, that's it from my side. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe my channel, and press the bell icon for the latest videos. Uh, and keep watching and liking and subscribing and sharing my channel as much as you can. Thank you. Have a nice day.